Use power thinking. What's up, fam? It's October 29th, 2022, and it's day 29 of the secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And if it's your first time tuning in, what I'm doing here is I'm actually choosing a card a day from T Harv Eker's Millionaire Mind Intensive cards. I'm reading the message that's on the card, sharing my thoughts on the message, and asking you as a viewer to share your thoughts. Anything that came up while I was reading it, maybe a past experiences, maybe an aha moment, or maybe you're using what's on this card and it's working wonders in your life already. And hey, I would love to know. So comment below the video. And if you missed the day, you go back to Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Rich Carbajal, and just follow up on the videos. Anything that was in the past videos, these messages are really powerful. And also in future videos, as you see, we still have plenty of cards left, which means plenty of videos for the messaging. Other than that, let's get right into it. So let's see, what should we do? We'll do this here. All right, so it says use power thinking. I got itchy. Use power thinking. With positive thinking, we believe that our thoughts are true. Power thinking recognizes that nothing has meaning except for the meaning we give it. And since we're making up a story anyway, we might as well make up one that supports us. Wow, this is really good. So let's look at it. Use power thinking. If you've been following these past videos, you would know by now that our thoughts become things. Our thoughts are really powerful, and they're the beginning of the beginning process of creating the life that we want. So back in 2009, there was a man by the name of Bob Proctor that was speaking on stage. It was my first ever event. I was giving this ticket to go to this event, the Napoleon Hill 100th year anniversary, 3 feet from gold. And this guy, Bob Proctor, I had never heard of him, but he says, look at your life right now. Look at your entire life right now. And just know that your life is based on what you've been thinking about in the past. So your thoughts have realized and created this life that you're living. And if you look at it and for some reason you're not happy, it's because you've been having the wrong thoughts. And I just sat there and I was literally like, what the, I never heard this. Those messages I had never heard. And he says, if you want to change, the next year coming up, or 2 years, or 5 years, or 10 years, 20 years, your lifetime, then you need to start thinking better. As this says, use power thinking. We need to really concentrate on those thoughts, on the stories that'll make us feel good, right? Because most of the time no matter what, there's thoughts going, our senses are captivating these thoughts. Thoughts are going in, and whatever we take as belief or as true, it becomes subconscious, and it's more or less, it's kind of like when you download any, let's say, a video or whatnot to your phone, and it's stored. So it's stored as, these thoughts are stored as like, hey, this is my belief. And once you store them in what's called the subconscious mind, then those thoughts go through our nervous system as truth, and then we take action on those thoughts, and eventually we get a result. So if they're the wrong thoughts, we're taking the wrong action, which is giving us the wrong results. And if we want different results, then we have to take different actions, which comes back to the thinking, right? What thoughts? And this is what it's telling us. So with positive thinking, we believe that our thoughts are true. We believe that our thoughts are true. Power thinking recognizes Nothing has meaning except for the meaning we give it. And since we're making up a story anyway, we might as well make up one that supports us. So let's say, for example, if you're going to an interview, if right away you're thinking like, oh, they're not going to like me, or, it's not, I'm not qualified for this, or I don't have the experience, you're already pretty much shooting yourself in the leg. You're creating a story out of nothing that you have of facts. Yes, you might not have the experience in a certain way, but you do have some experience to an extent of whatever, work you've been doing. But if you start creating a story as, you know what, they're going to love me, I'm going to provide, great service, they, no one else that they're going to interview is going to be better than me. Now you're creating this powerful story that, in a sense, might work to your benefit. It's not 100%, but it'll work better than you just shooting yourself, or coming with this thinking, because one, we're going to show up with different energy. We're going to show up as powerful beings. And, as we're sitting there talking to, whoever we're interviewing with, they're going to feel that energy. And sometimes they won't even care about your experience or your, if you've done this type of work or if you're the best at it. They'll mostly care about your attitude. That's one of the greatest skill sets that you can have right now, positive mental attitude, the ability to communicate with other people, to get along with other people. That literally is one of the power skill sets right now in this, in the economy that we're going through. Why? Because, especially in the service industry, you're dealing with people. So you have to be able to, one, be conscious of how you're presenting yourself. And two, you have to have high energy, a smile on your face, and always willing to help and going above and beyond. So this is why it's explaining of, most of the time we're creating a story of negative story, but we need to switch it around and create a powerful story. So other than that, use power thinking. That's why there's positive thoughts, right? Or negative thoughts. But if you focus on the positive, yesterday we spoke about strengths, traits, and virtues. I didn't even look at the virtues. But think about it. If you focus on your strengths, that's power thinking, right? On your traits, things that you have already, things that you possess, your experience, your skill sets. And if you don't, even if you don't have them, you have some quality. And if you don't have them, as we talked in the past, you develop them. It's a must. You have to develop them. Use your spare time to become a better communicator. Use your spare time to take a class to upgrade those skill sets. And one, you'll more or less become more self-confident, and you'll begin to think positive and stronger, thoughts. Your confidence will go higher. And here's another thing that it's how does Napoleon Hill talks about? Oh, self-hypnosis, right? If you tell someone over and over a certain message, if you tell yourself over and over a certain message, you'll begin to believe it. That's why our words are so important. If you say, oh, I'm bad at computers, guess what? You're telling your mind that, and it's going to start believing. And obviously, whenever you show up to a computer, you're always going to not know what to do. Why? Because you believe that. But if you start telling yourself, hey, I'm freaking the greatest, individual in computers, I'm freaking the best, whatnot, like any computer problem that comes up, I'm able to solve it. If you tell yourself over and over, one, you're going to start to believe it. And two, as I mentioned, the thought's going to go through your nervous system, and you're going to start, acting through that, and you're going to get that result of becoming a better computer, or becoming better computer literate, I would say. But it comes with anything, right? That you could use this process in any way, but it's your choice. You could use it a negative way, as it's telling us. You're going to create a story no matter what. So you might as well make up one that supports you. All right. Other than that, I mean, use power thinking. Use it to your advantage. There's another thing that says, if you tell yourself a lie over and over, eventually you're going to believe it, whether it's good or bad, but you get the choice of what it is to make that positive or negative. So, yeah, there it is, baby. Let's close it out. Use power thinking. With positive thinking, we believe that our thoughts are true power. That our thoughts are true. Power thinking recognizes that nothing has meaning except for the meaning we give it. And since we're making up a story anyway, we might as well make one up that supports us. There you have it, fam. Hopefully this was valuable. Share this message. Like this message. Go back, watch the remaining videos or the past videos, and stay tuned for the remaining videos. And yeah, God bless. Thank you for sticking around, and let's make things happen, baby. I'll see you tomorrow.